why don't e-bikes have a plug that you can just stop and plug it in? You got to bring the charger everywhere, and so I wanted to start attaching it. So we're gonna do some Gorilla electricity with the new plug in the outlet on the e-bike here, so we can just kind of plug it in super easy now. So I'll just pull it out here. And now we're charging. You know, basically we can just get electricity wherever and just stop and plug in. The other way I had it, it had the box on the back, so it was kind of like sketchy just pulling the box out all the time. And plus this one has one wire. And the only reason I'm using all this weird ghetto stuff is I don't have any money, I'm broke for sure, and this is what's around. And I think a good part of a project at the beginning is to use whatever you have laying around, because you don't know what material that you'll be using. So I hope it's fun for you all too. A toothbrush at the end, but like I said, I needed something, so it didn't push through. And I'd say it looks pretty darn good, if I might add, you know. One of the best parts about this too is when you get an order or whatever you're doing and you just gotta unplug real quick, you don't have to put the whole charger away and everything. You just roll up, turn it off, unplug right here, put it in right here, and then you're good. So the whole taking it apart and stopping and everything like that, just unplugging, is 10 times more efficient. So hopefully we see more e-bike companies starting to add a plug. You don't have to worry about, like, if you forgot it or remembering it, whatever, it's there on your bike. Like every e-bike, this is kind of ridiculous. You should be able to plug it in. It's an electrical unit. It's an electric unit. Let's start changing that. And you know, next let's start getting bikes to power themselves a little bit more, maybe with some solar panel or dynamos. Let's come up with ideas and build together, you know. It doesn't matter what it stuff looks like. Let's worry about function first on any project, and then start getting design down and you know, making it look a little bit more appealing for the eye. Right, here's another one that we can just kind of just plug into. So I'm just gonna grab the cord, plug in, and then now we're charging. All right, here's a good example of one that is turned off, but how do we turn it on? So you just hit the reset button, and then take your cord, plug it in, and I can plug this in while I'm doing my shop and pay for Instacart. Turn the thing on, and there you go. All right, here's another spot for us to plug in and charge. So we'll not all of the outlets are also down low. Some of them you got to look a little higher or behind things, like this one. And this spot is kind of weird. Sometimes it's not always the greatest late night, just because as you can see, there's a lot of rigs, and if you look behind this thing right here, there's a weird weapon of some sort. So some of the times you might be in like some weird spots. So I try to pick something a little bit public, so if you're hidden too much, you might have a little thing. But we'll get right here. Yeah, you want to kind of block your charger or whatever you're attaching to your bike, because people will try to steal it. So eventually I'm going to cover this up a little bit so that it has looks more like the fender and stuff, you know. So this is a pretty good example of one right here. Well, just happened to find this one while we're downtown doing a delivery, and it worked out pretty perfect, you know. Everything was kind of hidden, but I was able to just plug right in, you know. So sometimes if you can get lucky if you see a little spot to plug in while you're going upstairs, you can get back. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on basically guerrilla electricity. And we went all around the city and found different spots to plug in, and also attached the battery to it, or the charger to it, which was fun and new. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. All right, peace. The Paneers, K-Neers, you know, because it would throw it around when I would like kind of fly over speed bumps and stuff like that, because I kind of like to launch a little bit. I know it looks kind of ghetto, but it is. All I gotta do is just turn it on, turn it off, wait for it to shut off. You'll hear a little click.